I got to thinking about something. I talked about this in another podcast. Our sisters prioritize or put their priorities before everything else. Kind of like the mother who 9-year-old son was falsely accused of groping a white woman, and he spoke out for himself and eloquently spoke out for himself. And I remember I saw a video just yesterday where the mother at one point was defending what he initially said, and then all of a sudden kowtowed and got him to change his mind about what he initially said by forgiving the white woman, because initially he said he did. But I think this was a matter about her priority and nobody else's. But I'm going to talk about a little bit about that and talk about how black women at times can be very selfish. This is DJ Wolf Live. All right, guys and gals. The reason why I say that is because the mother, if she was going to allow this young man to speak, let him speak on his own behalf. If you're going to let him speak on his own behalf, let him speak and stand on his word. He said nothing wrong initially. But then when the white woman apologized, you go, well, I forgive her. No. Let him stand on what he believed in, because that woman was dead wrong. She was wrong all day. She was willing to throw him in jail. Not the mother. She wanted the boy thrown in jail. Think about it. I talked about this in another podcast about the collaboration of women to throw black men under the bus. And this is a prime example of it. That white woman said, I'm not trying to call police on the mom, I'm calling police on the boy. The boy got scared. That's why he said what he said. I don't blame him one bit. Initially. The forgiveness thing was his mother talking, not him. And it's this quote-unquote girl power Me Too movement. And I'm not, like I said, I'm only saying this against the Me Too movement only because of the fact that they use this kind of stuff to desecrate our young brothers, man. They're already doing it, and they decided to collaborate and go ahead with the forgive route. And it's just the games that sisters play. If you get two sisters together, like for example, whether it be at work or whether you at a club or something, they always collaborate to try to throw a brother under the bus. Trust me, I know. I know it personally. I know it for a fact. I've seen it happen. I'm talking to this one girl when I was in the military. I was talking to this one girl, real cute chick. Of course, her girlfriend collaborated her to talk against me, and then all of a sudden she ride on along with it. It's like, damn, you didn't even get to know me. Talk to this girl. This girl don't know me herself. I've been through that. And sisters got a habit of doing that stuff, man. Throughout the centuries. And even they'll do it with white women. Oh man, they're vicious. Matter of fact, sisters a lot of times, man. And I know people. The people have talked about it. Brothers have talked about how office jobs for women, black women in particular. If you want a few brothers that work in the mug, and they're around mostly white people and white men, guess who they're gonna give the props to? Guess who they're gonna give the respect to most of the time? 8 out of 10 times. And they'll do that shit. They play that kind of game. Black women can be as loud as they want, but black men has to be docile. Somebody brought up a good analogy about The Walking Dead. All the brothers on The Walking Dead that were ever been on The Walking Dead, they actually treat them as characters as being docile. Look at that pastor who's on there now. I forgot his name. The character on The Walking Dead. Black pastor. He's as docile as they get. there was another brother who was on it too, and they actually mentioned about they had the black guy walking around with the white baby. There you go. Mm-hmm. And I know there's a lot of times they say, well, black women are known to be loud, and they're just constantly loud. It doesn't matter if you're talking to them in a quiet room or not. You can actually be talking to them with a normal tone most of the time, and then they'll get loud with you anyway. They're talking about that's just how it is. Bullshit. That's just because of the fact that you can get away. You can get away with doing the shit you're doing, talking loud and saying stupid shit off the cuff, and saying stuff under your breath, and just throwing people on the bus, all kind of shit, 7 ways to Sunday. You'll throw a quip in there, or what I call like a, you'll say a little tricky shit under your breath when you really talking about that person. But as soon as that person getting your ass about it, all of a sudden, well, I'm just playing. Oh, okay, you're playing. But yet, if somebody else call you out about it, then all of a sudden, I was just you was fucking with them. That's exactly what you were doing, and you were. And this is the kind of shit they do all day long. All day long. All day long. I mean, all the time. Constantly doing this kind of stuff, man. No love at all. No love at all. It's just ridiculous. This game been played on brothers for decades. I mean, for centuries. Black women, their agendas is what they're gonna do no matter what. It's the combination of, I would say, more. Me Too movement is more of a political agenda for women. It is, and I've noticed that. The other thing is this women's liberation. That told black women, you don't need no man. You can do bad all by yourself. You can do just like a man, all this other shit. Don't get me wrong. There are some very, very brilliant women out here. There are. I don't knock that. What I do knock is the fact that the women now got to a point where they don't take men as seriously as they used to. They don't. They got so independent now, they don't take men seriously anymore. This is what leads organizations like the Me Too movement to do and say what they do about guys, even if they didn't really. There was no real proof that half of them did anything. And I'm not saying that there aren't guys that don't do that kind of stuff, but why is it that some guys get to go to jail and others don't for doing the same, pretty much, or being accused for the same damn thing? Bill Cosby went to jail on one charge at 80-something years old. They won't even let him wear an ankle bracelet. Where the fuck he gonna go? No one's ever been able to say, well, he's he's not going anywhere. He's not a flight risk. He's 80-something years old. He can't even really see that great anymore. And you want to give him for something that happened 45, 50 years ago, when you should have got him when it happened? All these accusations? Really? It's all a bunch of bullshit. They was waiting to get copied at a certain time period. This was a whole setup, and I still say that. Yet, white guys like Harvey Weinstein and Les Moonves are still walking, and no charges are being pending on them right now. Matter of fact, Les Moonves got all charges dropped. What does that tell you? This society, and this is real, pick and choose who they want to fry versus who they don't. And a lot of it is infiltrated by women and the media. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it because it's true. Women and the media. That's a known fact. It's crazy. It's crazy as hell. And they keep getting away with doing this kind of stuff to us, man. It's like a pussification, what somebody referred to as the pussification of America and men in America. It is. You know, it's constant. You know, you got women. I saw a video and pictures of women who actually dress their kids. There's no joke. The boys to dress just like them, like they fucking twins or something. You know, I said, this is ridiculous. Like they're goddamn twins. Like they're motherfucking twins, you asshole. I ain't that big of a ring. I'm gonna get that about hook about crook, but you're not gonna make me get there. But, you know, and then you got women. That's another thing. You got women out here, a lot of single women, who put the eggs in the basket. And I'm going to take from personal experience. I used to be an assistant to coach these coaches when my son played in District Heights years ago, Boys and Girls Club. And many of the parents were single black women, putting all their eggs in the basket for their sons to hopefully grow up to be future NFL players. All right? In some cases. I know in 2 or 3 for certain. And a lot of the NFL players out here, there are a lot of sports players across the board, really, but many of them NFL and NBA. True fact. Guess what? The mothers are single. No fathers in sight. You know? Prime example, and I know I'll probably take a little heat for this. Kevin Durant, his mother, damn near emasculated him about 2 years ago when they won the championship. You know, oh, it was the last year. It was last year, 2017. When they beat the Cavaliers. Well, yeah, matter of fact, it was. And I just shake my head. I was like, wow. Really? She totally, you know, was kind of scolding him on national TV. I was like, how are you going to do this? Really? It just, anyway. But that's a prime example, you know. It's the women's liberation has taught these women that you can raise your kids and not have to worry about having no man in your life, and your son can help take care of you and be the man of the family. Why would you even want to encourage that kind of stuff? See, this is the problem. That's what's breaking our society down. And you got some of these mothers who raise these kids by themselves and need a father in life, and they go out and don't have any guys, and the next thing you know, they're in all kind of trouble. You know? But that's but this, to me personally, is what's wrong. But women today accept it, though. That's what I don't get. You ought to hear some of these black women that I've been hearing sometime. Oh man, it's coming down. And I can't go anywhere. Jeez. But, you know, you ought to hear some of these women sometimes. Some of these women, like, they wear it like a badge on their sleeve, being single. They're proud to be single. Yeah, they love it. They revel in it. You ought to hear. I just shake my head. You know? Because I know a few of them. Got 4 and 5 and 6 kids by himself. No father figure in the house at all. None. And they enjoy being the single head of household. And boy, I tell you, I just shake my head. It's like, really? You revel in this shit? All these kids with no father? No one to guide them? No one to teach them? No one to lead them? Really? And y'all wonder why a lot of y'all kids are fucked up? I don't understand it. Really? No, you don't understand, because you ain't no man. You trying to raise boys to be men. I know somebody doing it now. And they got all kind of problems. I'm not going to go into detail about it at all. But they got all kind of problems. You know? but that's, to me, that's ass backwards. It truly is. You know, one thing I can say, you know, my dad wasn't no saint raising me. You know, I ain't gonna lie. But I thank God that he was in my life when I was growing up. I do appreciate that very much so. You know, because you know where your boundaries is as a man and where you need to be as a man at the same time. If you're raised by a single mother and you have no guidance in your life, no fathers, no uncle to raise you, and you have no guidance, you don't know where your boundaries are. You really don't. That's a big difference. But for women to wear, you know, especially when you have multiple kids, and you wear single motherhood as a badge of honor, is bullshit. I'm sorry, it is complete bullshit. It is, and I don't care if you're black or white. It's just complete bullshit. You know, kids need fathers just as well as they need mothers. That's boys and girls. You know, they do. But to sit there and discourage is BS. I was watching this show one time. It was called Thicker Than Water. Gospel instrumentalist Ben Tankard. And Ben Tankard had about a half a dozen kids himself. But he my understanding, he raised his kids. All right. Well, he wasn't always there for his kids either, but that's another story. But I won't go into that. But his daughter, one of his daughters, had actually literally talked about having a baby the untraditional way. Now, I ain't talking about like having to have sex with the guy to have the baby with the guy. She talking about having the baby like a test tube baby, inseminate into her. She's one of the baby. One of the designer baby. That's what it sounded like too. I was like, really? They don't, you know, it's like society, in modern society, is discouraging these women out of love. But yet, these same black women, and I'm going to say black women specifically, they have this fantasy where the guy got to be making this kind of money. And I heard a girl tell me this personally many years ago. I know this for a fact. Got this driving this kind of car and blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, Lord. But yet you want to have your cake and eat it too. You want to be able to have a guy be grounded to take care of you, but then you can go fuck around with or have all these kids and then decide you want to get a good man. I was in this, not really a situation, but it was a girl that lived down the street from me many years ago. I used to try to holler at her all the time. She didn't have a kid for the world at the time. And she was be cold to me, man. I don't know if she was playing hard to get or what. I think she might have been, because she used to wear some tight ass booty shorts, boy. Anyway, so years later, I'm on the bus. I'm actually, you know, all clean and stuff. I got my shirt and tie, suit on, get ready to go to Job Corps, though. But I was taking classes over there, you know. And it was nothing but girls over there. So I'm like, I had to pick a litter. Still had my hair. Jerry girl just pow, bang. You know, I was, man, shoot. Had the Stacy's on, yes. And I was clean like a mug. I ain't gonna lie, I was ready. And this is circa 1984. So you know what time it was. Anyway, so, and I was like 19, 20 then. I was still a young guy, still in good shape. Still sexy as fuck. You know, and still fucking like it was no tomorrow. But nevertheless, this chick, same girl that bust with me, right? Of course, this is years later. She barely out of school herself, out of high school, just like I was. 3 kids. 3 kids before she was 21. Because she wasn't much older than I was. But I think she was a little older than me. Yeah, 3 kids before she was 21. I was like, ain't that something? I just shook my head. I said, you gotta be kidding me. And she commenced to try to holler at me. I wasn't even interested. I just said, hey, how you doing? We talked for a little bit, and they told me, how would you like to go to dinner with me one night? I said, oh, yeah, sure. Never came through. I went over her house. I went down the street to her house and tried to ask her out that one night. Man, I wasn't doing anything anyway, And she wasn't available. I told her who I was. Never heard from her again. I'm fine with that, There's a one headache I didn't need anyway, And she was dating some schlub. The baby daddy was some old schlub. I don't know if he was the same father of all 3 kids or not. I don't know. I didn't care. But he was a schlub. I know that. Complete schlub. But like I said, that's a prime example. Women, and I've been in situations where you had women who had multiple kids. All of a sudden, they want to look for a good man. I know another woman did this. She wasn't trying to talk to me per se. She was like talking about, any good man. This woman had 4 kids. All right. None of the baby daddies were really that involved in their life. They were involved, but just as a caregiver. I mean, as a babysitter. That's pretty much it. And I'm like, really? You asking me that? So I don't remember if I actually gave her any recommendation. The only thing I said was, don't worry, you'll find the right guy. Because I never find a good man. I said, I'm kind of discouraged. I said, I'm kind of encouraged and say, well, you'll find the right guy. You just haven't found you yet. Just give a little bullshit. Probably she ain't probably found a good man because they ain't looking for a type of woman that she is, because she's loud. I know some people go, well, it's okay. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. That's the problem. It's supposed to be the other way around. Women guys aren't supposed to be docile. Women are supposed to be docile, but they're supposed to be a little less docile than men. It's supposed to be a little bit more docile than guys. But not. Not today's woman. But for me personally, as like, a lot of the women are not docile like that because they raised in a household where the household's the mother. Number one. Number two, the mother trying to be a mother and a father. So it rubs off on a lot of girls. And this is a known fact. And that's where I get loud. Come on, man. Come on, what y'all doing? All night waiting for the light to change again? Jeez. But it's just crazy to me. It's absolutely insane. Therefore, it's one of the reasons why I don't fool with I don't fool with no women like that nowhere, because I got one. But it's one of the reasons why I rarely dated when I did. I did date, but I wasn't going out dating them. I think my son dates more now at his age than I did when I was his age. But it's just, they got their own agenda about how they but the agenda is go out there and have them kids, whatever, and get you your own place, and you don't need to have the man move in with you because they won't allow it anyway, which is another story. When women they get on that Section 8 and they aren't allowed to have the men in the house with them anyway. This is encouraged. The government encouraged that. But then why do you, as a woman, have to be encouraged by somebody else to tell you how to conduct your life? In terms of doing it like that. They breed a problem that should not be a problem. This shouldn't be a problem because you shouldn't be doing it. Nobody, not even the churches. Churches don't even discourage women from doing that. That amazed the hell out of me. But churches ain't going to. They'll. Let me put it like this. And this I know for a fact too. Mother's Day, Oh my God, Mother's Day, man, they go all out. You know, Mother's Day, they literally go all out. They will go all out and I mean, it's in a way I agree with that. But if you want to call out what man ain't doing right, call out what some of these women ain't doing right either. They won't do that because that's the base. Many churches would never ever talk about that kind of subject. It's taboo. The base of many churches, especially black churches, are predominantly women. Anybody tell me I'm lying? Challenge me. I'll take a debate challenge with you guys, any of you, because it's true. I've been to church services where the last thing they talk about, or truthfully talk about, is women and pregnancy of these girls out here. There was a fight at a church recently. I'm not at liberty to really say. I don't really want to talk about it. Where two girls was fighting in the church. They have been long-time members of the church, too. That's the bad part about it. I'm like, really? How they fight and cursing in the church? That fighting and cursing in the freaking church. How the fuck would you do that? I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I curse at times, but I don't curse in the freaking church. That's something I would never do. That's something I don't think I've ever done. I've actually heard people. I've heard grown adults do it too. Cursing in the church. Yeah, I mean, literally cursing in the church. Cursing like they was in the club. Yeah. It's a bad habit. I mean, I'm trying to curb it now, even on my podcast, and I'm trying to discourage myself from doing it. You know, I'm finding out I don't curse as much as I used to, unless I really get upset. You know, and I know these two were doing it. Yeah. Don't know why they were fighting in the first place. That's another story. But I'm not going to do. Like I said again, I'm not only not in liberty to say where it happened at, but they broke it up, and I guess there have been enemies now. I don't know what the story. I don't really know what the story is with that. I don't know what happened or what caused it. So, but no harm, no foul, from my understanding. So, the thing is, the number one thing we gotta clean up is the attitudes of some of y'all sisters out here, and the mindset that you will have a dozen kids before you have a relationship. Because your kids ain't about having a relationship. Your kids is about you having extra butter biscuits and to be able to raise a family because someone else told you you don't need no man. Personally, I think best that you use your common sense, get your education, get yourself together before you start doing all this. A lot of them don't. They do it ass backwards. You have one, you got to take care of him, and go get a little menial job, then you're having a relationship with a guy thinking he going to, whatever, going to do something with you, and then you have another one, then he leave. Your priorities. You got to get your priorities right. That's the bottom line. Your priorities got to be right. Not about no bullshit. That's the main thing. So, this is DJ Wolf. That's all I got. Of course, I will have more on the back burner. Check out my channels. MobileDJForHire.com is one of my websites. My other website is for all to hear media.net. That's for all to hear media.net. All right. Spreaker, of course, is my channel for DJ Wolf, and For All to Hear TV is my channel for DJ Wolf Live. All right, guys, this is DJ Wolf. Oh, I forgot my email. If you want to subscribe to my to both of my websites, drop me a line. DJWolfLive@AOL.com. DJWolfLive@AOL.com. This is DJ Wolf. That's all I gotta say. I got more about this and other stuff on the back we're going to talk about.